In fair Romeo, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of this death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, except their children's end, nothing could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage. The which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Great girl, my lord, this life is better than the farm. We were bound to carry a sword, not a sickle.
For then we would be sick?
No, for if the sickle chafes your hand, then your sword, meaning you have a sword hand.
Your sword hand is sick enough.
Not sick, but quick when it's time to strike.
But slow to know when it's time for striking.
It's the dog of a Montague who incurs my kick. Kick up your heels to run away, you mean? It's the dog of the house of Montague who'll need healing when I'm through with him. I, the dog, will heel, or sit, or stay at his master's command. But when he sees you, he'll go to the wall. His back to the wall, you mean? His back, the only Montagues that run from you are their maidens. As well they should. But once I thrash Montague, I kick his dog and slap his sister. You talk of thrashing, you're still a farmer. Aye, Gregory, when it comes time to plow Montague, harrow him, and finally plant him. By this account, every farmer is a soldier, and every field a victory, and every Montague a little plot of ground with a single stone to bind the farmer. You're a bold rooster, Samson, to crow a victory before you've ever faced a foe. It's not my fault my foes dare not face me. Full well they know. I'm a pretty piece of meat. Be sure they don't think you're a fish, for you show silver, but flop about and gasp for breath. Show some silver now. Here comes two of the house of Montague. My problem's out for all of that. I know you're bold at backing, it's fronting that's I'll need. Don't worry about it. Our enemies won't worry about you either. Just keep the law on our side. Let them begin. I will spit as they pass by, and let them take it as they list.
Men spit because they are weak and sick and have phlegm. I would bite my thumb at them, which is disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law on our side if I say yes?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
Well, if you do, I'm your match. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir?
Say better, here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Better, sir.
You lie.
Draw if you be men. Greg, remember thy swashing blow.
Put up your swords. You know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up your sword, or else manage to depart these men with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace? I hate the words, I hate hell. All Montagues and thee. Have it thee, coward!
Heavy my lord! My sword, I say! Profaners of this neighbor stained steel! Not here! What ho! You men, you beasts! That quench the fire of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins, on pain of torture. From those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of a haughty word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit for the peace. For now, all men depart away. Capulet, you go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to hear our farther pleasure in this case. For now, on pain of death, all men depart!
Who sent this ancient quarrel new approach? Speak, nephew. Were you by when it began?
Here, the servants of your adversary, and yours, close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt with a sword prepared, which, as he breathed defiance to my ears, he swung about his head, hurting no one except to make a hissing, scornful wind. While we were entertaining thrusts and blows, the prince arrived, saving Tybalt's life.
Where's Romeo? Has he been seen today? I only hope he wasn't at this fray.
Madam, an hour before dawn I rose and walked abroad, all lost in thought, till underneath that grove of sycamore that grows from the western wall, I saw your son. I called a greeting, but he turned away and stole into the cover of the wood. It seemed to me his mood was like my own, being one too weary by my weary self, and gladly fled from him who fled from me.
Many a morning he has there been seen with tears dampening the morning dew, adding to mist, more mist made by his sighs. But when the all-cheering sun arises, away from light, my melancholy son comes home, and in his chamber pins himself, shuts up his windows, locks out the light, and
makes himself an artificial knight.
black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel should the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it, nor can learn of him.
Till now he's always spoken candidly.
We've begged the boy to give us hints or clues, but he, his own affection's counselor, is to himself as secret and as close as the caterpillar in the chrysalis, not showing his bright-colored wings. Could we but learn from whence his sorrow grows, then we might find the cause of his hurt.
See where he comes. So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance, or be much denied.
I would thou know by thy stay to know true shred. Come, madam, let's away.
Tomorrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But news struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
The lack of what would make them seem too short.
Not what, but who? Are you in love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of favor with the one I love.
Love from far away appears so kind, but once inside your heart, it can be cruel.
Cruel when it's in my heart alone. Was she afflicted too? Then love were sweet.
Where shall we dine? Oh, me! What fray was here? Yet, tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first created, oh heavy lightness, sullen vanity, misshapen chaos of well-singing forms, feather of lead, clear smoke, cold fire, sick health, still waking sleep, nothing is what it is, I hate this loveless love I feel. Do you laugh?
No, cousin. I rather weep.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Then what an unfriendly friend thou art. Grief of my own lies heavy on my mind, which thou wilt worsen if you pile upon it more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of my own. Love is a smoke, raised with the fume of sighs. If satisfied, a fire sparkling in lovers' eyes. If thwarted, oceans filled with lovers' tears. What else is it? A madness most polite? A bear in chains, a glistening swan in flight. Farewell, my cubs.
Oh, wait. Let me go along. If you leave me now, you do me wrong.
Leave you? I've lost myself. Is this my face? This is not Romeo. He is some other place.
Tell me in sadness, who is it that you love?
What? Shall I groan and tell thee?
Grown or not, that's up to you. You're sad, so sadly tell me who.
You'd ask a sick old man to carve his stone. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I got that much when I guessed you were in love.
Such a marksman. The one I love is fair.
Right fair target is the easiest to hit.
You missed. She won't be hit with Cupid's arrow. She will not stay to hear of loving words, nor tolerate a man with longing eyes.
Then has she sworn to love no man at all?
A waste of beauty not to pass it on. How is it saintly when she is so fair, to merit bliss by making me despair? She has forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to remind me she is far more beautiful. Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine or I'll die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I in penalty alike. 'Tis not hard, I think, for two men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you've lived a dog so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying over what I said before, my child is still a stranger in this world. She has not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride before we think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon marred are those so early made. The earth has swallowed all my hopes but her. She is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, win her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. If she agrees, then carried with her choice is my consent and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast whereto I invite many a guest such as I love. And you among the store, one more, most welcome, make my number more. Come, go with me. Ah, Sirrah, trudge about through fair Verona. Find those persons out whose names are written there, and unto them say, my house and welcome, on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his strings, and the tailor with his leather, the fisher with his pencil, and the painter with his net. But I am sent to find out whose names are here writ. But how can I guess what the writing person has written here, unless he tells me by his mouth? I must to the learned. Just in time.
Romeo, one fire burns out another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn giddy, and be helped by backward spinning. One desperate grief cures another's language. Take some new infection in thine eye, and the rank pus of the old will die.
Your plantain leaf is excellent for that.
For what, I pray thee?
For your broken shin.
What, Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented and... Good morning, good fellow.
Happy good morning. I pray, sir, can you read?
Yes, my own dark future in my misery.
Perhaps you have learned that without book. But I pray, can you read any writing that you see?
Yes, if I know the letters and the language.
I could say as much. Rest you merry.
Wait, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters. Count Anselmo and his beauteous sisters. The lady widow of Vitruvio. Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces. Mercutio and his brother Valentine. Mine uncle Capulet and his wife and daughters. My fair niece Rosaline.
Rosaline!
And Livia. Signor Valentio and his cousin Tybalt. Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly, whither should they come?
Up.
Of where?
To supper. To our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now, I will tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not to the house of Montagues, come crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.